In 1985, Alexey Pajitnov, a Russian engineer working on math and engineering programs at the Moscow Academy of Sciences, invented a game called Tetris, based on four-sided blocks. Give us a little background about how specifically you invented the game. What was the background like?
I see. So I used to work in computer center of Academy of Science in Moscow. This is probably the best computer science research institute. And I was a programmer and researcher. I work at some serious stuff as a speech recognition, artificial intelligence, and so on. But we always we always have to try new software and hardware. And the best way to understand the ability of new equipment is just to make some small task on it. And the game is very good fits to this particular job. And I love the games and puzzles and small stuff on computer. So I programmed them a lot. And once I put on computer, I wrote the program. The very well-known traditional puzzle called Pentominoes. It is in a store right now, in each puzzle store, I think. So I made a game. I made a game out of this puzzle and tried to program it. And when I do it, the idea of good real-time game came to me. And it was the first prototype was ready very soon, just 2 weeks for me to program it and balance it. And the version which is recently on the market was ready, basically, I mean, conceptually.
How did you get the name Tetris?
So I repeat, this puzzle called Pentomino. Pento is 5 in Greece. So it was all different 5 square shapes. And that was, and you could combine those shapes and make some figures or put it all in the box, what was original puzzle. And because it is 12 different shapes of 5 square, and this is too much for real-time game, I just reduce it to 4. So I have 7 shapes of 4 square, and tetra is 4 in Greece.
What happened once the game was produced? It sort of took Moscow by storm. Explain what happened and how the popularity took place.
Yeah. So when this first version was ready, I showed it to my colleagues, and I stopped the work of all our lab for maybe 2 weeks. Everybody, even people who hate the game and never play any games, they couldn't stop to play. And that's why I understand that the game is not bad, and I should try to give it to more people. And I convert this game with help of my friend. His name Vadim Gerasimov. He was the first programmer of this game of Tetris on IBM PC. So we convert my program from old Russian computer to IBM PC. And as soon as this version was ready, we just start to give it to our friends. But we have no market, software market in Russia that time. Now it started to be established. But at that time, the only way to distribute software was unauthorized copying. And this game go through Moscow like a wildfire. And in 2 weeks, I could see this game everywhere. So in each place we came, and it was IBM PC, the Tetris blocks falling down. In maybe 3 or 4 weeks after that, it was in other Eastern European countries as well, Hungary, Poland, and all the other countries. And somewhere there, I don't remember, probably it was in Hungary, in Budapest, one of English businessmen saw the game and decided to license it. So he addressed it to our computer center, and after maybe 3 or 4 years, the deal was done.
At that time in Moscow, were you able to participate in the profits from the first Tetris game?
Unfortunately, no. That time it was a communist time, and all this perestroika just started, and actually I had a choice, or I will just forget all my other obligation and work and whatever, and start to fight against all the Soviet power for my, I don't know, royalty for this game, or I just take their support and be able to publish the game. So I believe that I could publish other games by my own, and the first step I should do is their support. That's why I say, okay, if you could pay me, please do it. If no, it's okay, just help me to put this game on market. And it was done.
In 1988, this Soviet-developed application hit the United States and has become one of the best-selling computer games of all time, with millions of people playing versions of it around the world.
Some of my friends said me that it's a very teasing game. So when you fail the game, it never ends, by the way. You play, you keep playing and playing and playing, and at some moment you lose. But this is, and at the moment you lose, you have all the screen filled up with your kind of mistake, and you want to fix it, and you start over and over again. Probably that's one of the secrets of the success of this game.
Alexey, can you give us a couple of tips on how to play Tetris?
Oh, it's really hard. Actually, the tip number one is, in this game, it is no tips. Just keep playing and enjoy the game. So it's no hidden secret in game. You know, it really depends on personality. Everybody invent or find their own style, and that is the right way to play Tetris.
Alexey Pajitnov has since emigrated to the United States, where he continues to develop software, games, and programs. What was your impression coming to the United States for the first time?
I was invited to Consumer Electronics Show to Las Vegas, and practically the first city I've seen in the United States was Las Vegas. And actually I like this country, and you know, how the people behave, how they smile, how they are very nice to you. It makes you feel like you're at home.
What are your favorite games?
Wow, it's a difficult question, because you know, what's your favorite book now? So from time to time I switch from one game to the other. I used to love the game called Load Runner. That was my first love. And later I loved Zelda very much on NES and then on Super NES. And Incredible Machine, it's a wonderful game, just came out. Civilization is a very good game. So I love all the good games on the market. I like Street Fighter too, by the way.
What do you see the games looking like, say, 10, 15 years from now?
I feel that now, with the new technology, new mass media platform and multimedia platform, as new 3D stuff, CD-based platform, and virtual reality direction, the game as a cultural phenomenon will grow up, and more serious artists and professional directors from movie and storyliners will come and start to create some really artistic stuff. It would be serious games. I mean, not serious. It will be a lot of fun, but it will be something which could be put in a row with the movie, books, and other stuff. This is my dream, and this is my big hope for the game's future.